Hey guys, and welcome to Front Office Football 7. I'm Dark Prometheus, and we will be going through our week 13 and 14 games. So let's see, we had some injuries. I showed in the last episode. Look at the scouting report, see what we're gonna do. Wow. We go against Drew Brees, Mark Ingram, Jimmy Graham, Brandon Cooks, Kenny Stills, Terran Armstead, who's a third-year player, Ben Grubbs, Tim Lilato, third-year player. Oregon, he was put up through theirs. Kyrie Evans and Zach Strafe. So a decent line. I gotta victimize the center and the right side essentially. Let's look at their offense. So rushing wise, up the middle, of course, especially with these guys. Then offense, short, probably because these guys are giving up a little bit of pressure. They have been able to throw the ball long, probably because it's the sole fact that Kenny Stills and Brandon Cooks are fast. And your short is probably mostly all the Jimmy Graham. Now looking at defense, they're running a 3-4. So you got Cameron Jordan, Kevin Williams they brought over. And this Kevin Williams has been bouncing around the Bills, then bounced over to Seattle and all that stuff. So 13-year veteran. Then Akeem Hicks. Then we got Kasim Irdabali, which is a 2-year player, undrafted, free agent. Looks like he was taken in by New Orleans last year. Didn't play too much last year. Still had 17 tackles, 1 sack. And then going into this year, he hasn't started any games. But the reason he's up here is there might be, they might have cut someone, or they might have moved someone around. Because the sole fact of one of their 2-year players who has a torn deltoid muscle is out. Jari Evans has a deep thigh bruise, but I don't think that's going to really counter into his issues this game if he has any. Then in the inside linebacker position, Curtis Lofton and Raymond Hubbard. And then on the will, you have Perry Tarleton. Looking at their corners, Keenan Lewis, Corey White. I mean, we could possibly victimize these corners. They are good at defending the run, but we could do something there. Kenny Vaccaro, good player there defending the run. And they did bring in Jarius Byrd on a huge contract of a 10.3, and in real life, and in my opinion, in real life, that was too much to give him because they're not doing very good defensively. So it is possible we can do something defensively against them. Looking at it, they give up a lot of yards per carry on the left side of 6.25 up the middle. They've given up 4 yards, but they've given up a lot of yards up the middle. A lot of people have been going that way. Passing wise, short pass they've given up a lot. They've actually given up a quarter of their passes deep. So we could be able to do something there. But we do not have Jay Cutler. We have David Fales. So we are going to be nickel and diming these guys with our players. So let's look at what it is. They're 9-2. We're 3-8. So obviously, Drew Brees is better than David Fales. We have a better receiver, O-line, and defensive line than us. Our receivers are better than their corners. Our corners are better than their receivers. But their front 7 is better than our blockers. And their blockers are better than our front 7. So they're saying New Orleans by 11. I mean, looking at this, Looking at their defensive stats, I mean, actually, this may be a defensive team that just victimizes us. So in attendance, 73,200 people are ready to watch us be victimized in New Orleans in the 68-degree dome. So, let's do this. We get the ball first. So David fails, already intercepted as that's tipped at the line for a pick six. So David fails is not looking good already. So there's one by Stevie Johnson, caught 13 yards. He's short the first down. Drew Brees, 10 for Jimmy Graham for 31 yards. Mark Ingram for 6 yards. Holding though, so it's coming back. Mark Ingram gets it for 25 yards this time and a first down. Vic Ballard goes for 2 yards. Screen pass by Ingram for 3 yards. 3rd and 5. Ballard breaks some tackles, gets 21 yards. So David fails, giving it to TJ Yeldon for 3 yards. There's a rush for 1 yard for Yeldon. Fails throwing it to Martellus Bennett for 30 yards. There's Martellus Bennett getting it for 8 yards. Offensive holding that's coming back. Jeffrey gets a pass for 15 yards. Tevin Coleman for no gain, 3rd and 5. Mari Cooper for 21 yards. And we fumble it on the 19. So Mark Ingram, 21 yards there, first down. False start, bringing it back 5 yards. Mark Ingram gets 4 yards. Offensive holdings coming back. Breeze, that's dropped by Lorig. Vic Ballard gets a reception for 21 yards. Mark Ingram gets that for 6 yards. Mark Ingram gets another one for 10 yards. Colston goes for 7. Mark Ingram goes for 3. Breeze scrambles for 10 yards. Ballard goes for 2. Ballard gets nothing. Offsides though. That time Ballard gets in. 21-0 already. So Forte goes 2 yards. Forte just Norris Perry for 17 yards. Fouls to Amari Cooper for 4 yards. 2nd and 6. TJ Yeldon gets 2. Fails to Martellus Bennett for 11 yards. Forte's in the secondary for 11 yards. TJ Yeldon stopped for no gain. 2nd and 10. That's incomplete. Fails to Alshon Jeffrey for 5 yards. Going to be kicked back to them. Breeze is victimizing us. Vic Ballard for 4 yards. Breeze, Ingram for 6 yards. Colston for 8. Ballard for no gain. 3rd and 2. Matt Spaeth gets it for 14 yards and a damn first down. We cannot get off the field on 3rd down. And there's Robinson for another one. If it goes into 30s, I'm just going to game speed fast forward it through. Forte for 13 yards. Cooper gets for 14 yards. David fails to Bennett for 6 yards. Bennett drops the ball. Alshon Jeffrey gets 9 yards and a first down. Martellus Bennett, 24 yards. Stevie Johnson for 9 yards, flag down. It's on them. Mari Cooper, a shining light, gets a 6-yard touchdown. Vic Ballard loses 1. We do an encroachment and give him 5 more yards. Brandon Cooks, 37-yard reception. Kenny Stills, incomplete. That's incomplete. Legal use of hands by them, so it's going back. Cooks gets 12 yards. We do another encroachment, which would have been a freaking 4th down. Shaking my head right now. This is abysmal. Of course, Kyrie Robinson goes 32 yards. The only thing we could stop is him throwing balls 50, 60 yards down. Otherwise, we can't stop shit that's 5 yards to the line of scrimmage or 10 yards. Colson, 8 yards. Matt Spaeth, 2 yards. Loses the ball. They recover. They score another touchdown. Right here. No, actually, we stopped them. Right here, they'll do it because it's third down. Oh, wow. So we stop them from scoring a touchdown. David fails. Steve Johnson, incomplete. False start. Doris Perry and doing shit. Yeah, we're just fast forwarding through this. This is just abysmal. We are putting a shitty product out there. Just a shitty product. We got it. Corey Flinner got our only touchdown. 2 interceptions. Like, we're good in run defense. Under 2. There's 5 there. We're not doing much rushing. This is the issue. Breeze rating 123. Goes 23 for 31, 280 yards, 2 touchdowns. Just can't get off the field. Tullis Bennett, see, Amari Cooper got 1, Corey Flinner had the other one. No sacks. No sacks against a terrible freaking line. Looks like we need better pass rushers. Like, that's what it boils down to. And now we lost. You gotta be shitting me. Alright, let's make some roster moves. Let us make some roster moves. You're a free agent. Yeah, you were. Who's a better upside? At least Taj Boyd. Son of a bitch. Like Pollock. No. Jeff Schwartz. No. Jacqueline McClendon. He's got good blocking power, but Ted Lisson. No. Stephen Schilling. I might just come up with someone that's just for depth at this point. I know you're probably saying, "Oh, you missed one that might be good." I'm just looking at this point. Pass blocking, 5-year. Gilbert Marcus, 5-year. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the one at the top was probably better. Who was it? It was probably you. Was it you? Was it you? Riley Ruff. Offer you a contract. You're not getting. It's fucking 0. Get out of here. You know what? Fine. I'm not giving you guaranteed money. You high? Do you want to play football? I'll give you 6. You're going to be cut anyway later. Injury report. I want to clip already Fletcher, but I think I'm going to end up trading him. I might be cutting Brock Moraine. Yep. He's a good player, though. Hmm. What should I do? Corey Crawford's a homegrown guy. Eagle Ferguson. So is he? I'm not giving up Timu. Timu is being a beast right now. So it's Willie Young. Cornelius Washington. Not really using him. I mean, I wonder how many. Alright, so Fisher's moving up on top. Waddle is going to go here. Beluga is going to be here. Fabeluge is going to be here. Ola. Long's going to be here. Okay. Isn't Cutler healthy? He is healthy. Oh. Well, let's say. What? He is healthy. Man, I'm fucking beat up right now. If we get another long-term like issue, I'm gonna put someone on the IR and just see what else I can do. Scouting report: we're going against the Chiefs. Alex Smith, Jamal Charles, Seth Doyle, Travis Kelce, AJ Jenkins, and Donnie Avery. We should be able to get this. Eric Fisher, Joe Looney, who came over from San Francisco, Rodney Hudson, Eric Pierce, which came over from Buffalo, and Donald Stevenson, which is which is here. They have Greg Hardy, which came over from Carolina, which then he came over from Dallas. Denari Poe, Legger Dalzabo is a 7-year player, came from Atlanta, who then came from the Jets. Justin Houston, James Laurinaitis coming from the Rams, Derek Johnson, Tamba Hali, Philip Gaines, who is a second-year player they drafted, who's freaking crazy good. Leon Hall, who came over from Cincy, Eric Berry, and Jimmy Wilson came over from Miami. That's weird. Donald Stevenson's out. I don't know who the tackle we're facing is. Simulate games. Let's see how this is. They're 4-8. We're 3-9. They say they're better than everything else besides my cornerbacks. So this should be interesting. Playing in Kansas City, it is 46 degrees and a 4-mile-an-hour wind. We're in December, I think. By now, yeah, we got to be in December, or at least late January, late November. So let's do this. They get the ball first. Alex Smith to AJ Jenkins. Jamal Charles gets stopped in 9 yards. Kelsey gets 29 yards. Jamal Charles for 14. That's coming back though. Jamal Charles for 22 off the screen pass. Jamal Charles drops that pass. Charles gets 13 yards. A touchdown. So wow. Mari Cooper loses 2. Matt Forte gets 6. Jeffrey gets 22 yards there. Offensive holding, so it's coming back. Martellus Bennett gets 8. And so we're going to kick back to him. Alex Smith, Travis Kelsey, that's incomplete. Jamal Charles has 24 yards. Duke Johnson gets 2. Jamal Charles gets 8. Charles gets 3. 2nd and 7. Kelsey drops a pass. Jamal Charles gets 9 and a first down. Charles gets 6. Travis Kelsey gets 13 on that reception. Around the 5. Delaney Walker gets 5 and a touchdown. Forte gets 13. Loses 2 there. TJ Allen stops for no gain. Eric Berry intercepts the ball. Jamal Charles gets 4. And Johnson gets 4 for a touchdown. At this point, it's Cutler sacked there. Marquise Wilson makes 25 yards. I mean, we're looking at just... I'll have to look what's going on here. Alshon Jeffrey, 35 yards. Forte catches it for 25 yards and a touchdown. So Cutler's doing something. We're just defensively not stopping him. Jamal Charles... See? Jamal Charles is getting away with 20-yard gains and shit. Like, that's unacceptable. Jamal Charles, 8 yards. That's tipped away both times there. Lamar Houston making the sack. So we got the ball back. 2nd 14. That's a bad throw. Amari Cooper can't bring in that one. So let's see. Travis Kelsey for 6. Jamal Charles for 13. We do an encroachment, but it doesn't matter. Flag offsides again, doesn't matter. We would have got it. That one's dropped by Jamal Charles. So they kick a field goal. So let's see here. Tevin Coleman loses 2. Forte loses 2 there. Yeldon gets 6, but it doesn't go anywhere. Jamal Charles, you stop there. Shea McClown with the stop. We get a sack. And Shea just knocks that one down. Wow, we're getting somewhere now. Cutler runs from 8. Cutler throws a bomb, or freaking Stevie Johnson drops it. A freaking pansy. Smith rushes for 5. Jamal Charles gets 3. Donnie Avery, that's batted away by Jennings. So Amari Cooper, which is tip ball and none of, like, 3 of Cutler's passes are his fault. Tim Jennings intercepts that one. Are his fault. The other 6 that he has, because the receivers can't catch the damn ball. Mario Edwards. We had a couple bright spots on our team. We just got to build around these guys. Mario Houston. That's Justin Houston going after him. Matt Forte gets it for 4. Jamal Charles, which is 3. Alex Smith fakes out defender and goes for 23 yards. There's 3 yards reception by Jenkins. Jenkins gets a 21 yard. Charles breaks a pair of tackles, gets in for 10 yards. Forte. Marquise Wilson for 18 yards. I don't want to push Marquise Wilson that much. He's kind of hurt still. Jeffrey. Come on, Charles, 5 yards. I want to say my issue might be Julius Peppers. Now that I think about it, Peppers is my issue. Wilson catching for 26. TJ Yeldon gets 11 yards. Forte goes nowhere. Jeffrey gets 3. Cutler scrambles for a 5-yard touchdown. Now let's look at this. Christian Jones. McPhee with the stop. I think it's Peppers. I think my issue is Julius Peppers is getting beat. 40 yards to Jeffrey. Offensive holding on us. It's knocked down. It's knocked down. It's 13, unnecessary roughness. It's going to give us a first down. Cooper's got 6. Source pair goes for 1. False start on us. Cutler runs for first down. Corey Fleener gets a touchdown. So yeah, I believe it is Julius Peppers. Interim roll. McPhee, Fuller. Yeah. Jeffrey catches it for 18 yards. Jeffrey catches it for 7. That's coming back. Forte for 4 yards. 2 yards there. That's caught by Revis. Pruitt. Tim Jennings. Christian Jones. McClellan. Yeah, I think it is. Peppers is the issue. 21 yards there. I think that was by Forte. Chris Williams, 3 yards. Stevie Johnson for 3 yards. Legal contact, so it's going to give it back to us. Stevie Johnson. Chris Williams. Coming back 5 yards. Corey Fleener drops pass. So yeah, we're going to revamp this. It's already a losing season. We're not even going to look at the box score. Actually, we should look at the box score there. Just to see exactly what it is. Oh, fuck, I need to go to here. So we know what happened. Color with those 2 interceptions. Alex mixed up 1. Jeffrey had that. Three tackles. He hit 31 reps. Thing is, who would I put there instead? Got it. He is getting blocks in hurries. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Before I look at this. Yes, exactly. Let's do it this way. Peppers. Houston. Jones. Okay. Let's try to do it like that. What's my injury issues? Out. He's questionable. Let's keep Bushrod out. Probable. Bruce Sternum, probable. We're going into week 16. You know what? We're going to put Matt Slauson on the IR. Keep. Fisher's going to be playing up top. Actually, I'm going to put Bushrod up there. Fisher is going to be playing. Here. Second thing is, we've done that with there. Here, fee. Ooh, damn! I gotta. What if how big is Pruitt? 6'2", 208. How big is like Shea? 6'3", 260, 61. I'm gonna do it. My goal line, I'm gonna keep it like this. Nickel. He's on my right end though. McPhee. Well, technically I'm good. Fuck it, I'm just gonna play it like this. So we're playing Minnesota. We already know what's going on with Minnesota. Game 156, so I gotta. You're not playing. Okay. So it's 9-8 or 9-4 Minnesota. We're 3-10. No hope of doing anything. Let's do it. So Christian Ponder gives to Peterson for 8 yards. Peterson gets 4. 9 yards there. Ponder gets 4. Peterson gets 44 yards. He fumbles, I guess. The sack on Cutler. 3rd and 11. Cooper gets it for 25 yards. TJ Yeldon loses 4. TJ Yeldon goes for 2. Illegally used the hand, so it's coming back. Yeldon stopped for no gain. Cutler runs for 13 yards. Just going to kick the ball. Penalty. It's going to go back more on that kickoff. Randall goes nowhere. Kyle Rudolph gets 11. But he gets hurt, I think. Peterson gets 9. Peterson loses 1. Peterson stopped for no gain. Okay, Cutler gets 9. Got those two. Yeldon for 4 yards on 1st down. Forte gets 4. False start. Cutler was sacked. 3rd and 15. Cutler evades for 5 just so we can punt it. Punter to Peterson for 25 yards. Peterson gets 4 there. Kyle Rudolph gets 5. That's for 9 yards there. Patterson gets 17 yards. Defensive holding. Kyle Rudolph drops it. False start. Wright gets 11 yards. 3rd and 4. So Peterson's going to finish and get the touchdown. Forte loses 2. Color to Bennett for 7. That pass is blocked. Patterson goes 18. McPhee and him. That's weird. 9, 2. Peterson gets 3. Randall gets 8. Peterson gets 14. Peterson gets 8 and a touchdown. To see what's going on with my defense. Tevin Coleman gets 22 yards. Bennett loses 4. Austin Jeffrey gets 6. Marquise Wilson gets 18. Cutler rushes for 16 yards for a touchdown. Greg Jennings 11. It's on Shark McManus. Cordell Patterson gets 9. 4. Lamar Houston sacks him. Tim Jennings intercepts a pass. It's thrown away. Tevin Coleman gets 8 yards. Austin Jeffrey gets 11. Corey Fleener, that's dropped. Marquise Wilson, that's incomplete. Wilson loses 3, but it's holding, so it's going to give us a new set of downs. It's incomplete. Cutler runs for another one. Cutler's got 2 rushing touchdowns. Patterson's got 12. Peterson's got 8 there. Carberdoff's got 13. Patterson's got 7. Shea's down. Jennings got 26. So it means Bostic comes in. Red gets 12. Can we stop him? Okay, good. Takes a knee. So we get the ball at the end. Forte gets 2. T.J. Yeldon gets 3. Mark Cooper loses 2. Randall gets 3. It's Pritt stopping that one. Parsons gets 22 until Bostic. Pernell McPhee stops that one. Ponder is sacked by Lamar Houston. For a roll. Goes with 6. Bostic stops. Peterson. Christian Jones. Yeah, Bostic is not the answer. I mean, we did get a touchdown off that turnover. Penalty for them. It's going to give us new yards. There's 8 yards. Forte loses 5. Mark Cooper gets 12. Forte loses 1. Forte catches 1 for 6. Alshon Jeffrey drops a pass. Come on! 15 yards for Peterson. 5 yards for Peterson. Pearson stopped for no gain. 5 yards on first down. Felton rushes for 3. Pearson gets 3. Bostic makes a stop. Jennings gets it for 11 yards. It's offsides anyway. I would have given him a first down. Fucking Ruben Randall. You got, or Ivan Randall, really? Forte runs for 27. Cutler runs for 6. Forte runs for 1. Double coverage. Why wouldn't you go for that? You're on your own freaking side of the field. Pearson's 5. Pearson gets 4. Forte gets 2. Sacked. Encroachment, because that's what we like to do. We just like to give them free yards. Felton's got 9. Gotta be shit. Maybe it's my nose tackle. And then look at this. The center is victimizing my nose tackle. Jeff gets for 18 yards. Runs for 9. Mark Cooper for 12. Wilson's for 37 yards. Cutler sacked. Defensive pass interference. We got lucky. And Cutler scrambles for the 3rd rushing touchdown of the damn game. Stop that one. Catch for 31 yards from Martellus Bennett. Yeah, let me see. Let me see what his up the middle rushes were. AP got 270. AP is the only one that could do that on me. We colored it to protect the ball, but I mean, look. And Adrian Pierce had two rushing touch, a passing and a rushing. So Mario Edwards Jr. did have that touchdown. Okay. He says two. I want to flip this. I'm gonna flip this around. Yeah, directional rushing. Left. So who is on the left? Actually, what if I do this? That might help a lot. Okay, let's see what's going on with my injuries. Oh, hell that Shay, you're freaking playing. Don't be a bitch. How much time do I got left on this? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode, and I will play the next two games in the next episode to finish out the season, and then end up what will be at least a top 5 pick. So thank you for joining me. Later, guys.